Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a book haul for you. It is all thrifted books, either at thrift stores, Goodwills, used bookstore. But the first part of this video is going to be books that I got from the trip I was just on, and I bought so many books, it's kind of ridiculous. I had to wear layers and layers upon layers of clothes to bring any clothes back with me, and I had to leave a bunch of books there. I was able to fit 19 books in my backpack, and my backpack was just books. So yeah, next time I definitely need to bring a bigger bag. But we've got some of them here, and then I will be showing you the other ones in the second part of the video. I'll just show them to you up here. And in the second part of the video, I say that it's a different day because I'm refilming this because I had filmed it, but I didn't realize I was getting sick, and I rewatched it and saw like how crusty I looked, and I don't want to subject anyone to that. So I'm refilming it, and so disregard what I say in the second part of the video. This is the same day. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's start off with, let's start off with the bangers. I have been hunting all over for these, and just kind of waiting because I knew in my heart that I was going to come across them and that I was going to find them. So I just waited out. Let's put them in order. I've already read the first two. This is The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. Such a good book. Our star of the show is Blue. She is the protagonist in the first book, and then the second book focuses on one of her kind of like found family friends, Ronan Lynch. I didn't like that one as much, but then the third one is about Blue again, so I think I'm gonna like it a lot better. Look at this beautiful, beautiful cover. And these I found at the Goodwill bookstore. Crazy, and they're like new, basically new. Next up, where should we go next? Let's do more fiction. I have several, well, with me I have two. Is it just two? There might be another one in the stack, but I have a couple of, oh no, it's in my bedroom because I actually started reading it. It is The Love Song, I want to say. And so there's that one, and it's obviously it's good. I already started it. It's like about, I think, a woman who used to run a restaurant, and now she's like semi-retired, but then her goddaughter is coming into play. Obviously based in Nantucket. And then we have The Castaways. This, they're celebrating their wedding anniversary, and then tragedy brings to surface the long simmering conflicts and emotions, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, these are just all like romance and Nantucket and the island, and we love it. And then Beautiful Day. This one is surrounding a wedding. That one looks lovely and light. And then we have, this is the third in the Summer I Turned Pretty series. It's Not Summer Without You. I'm also looking for the first two, obviously, but I decided to get this one even though it's the third in the series. Can't pass that up. I wonder what the person did with the other two, or if they just never had them, or maybe somebody else bought them. Who knows? I also have found the other series by her, All the Boys I Loved Before You, thrifted as well. Next up we have The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I've seen this trending and seen it circulating, and just thought I would pick it up since it's supposed to be good. Who knows? I will say a lot of the books that I picked up that have been trending, I've been disappointed. So here's to hoping this one is going to be a hit. It's set in Barcelona in 1945. He's an antiquarian book dealer's son who mourns the loss of his mother, finds solace in a mysterious book entitled The Shadow of the Wind. So this is, I guess, a book about a book, which I always enjoy. And next up we have the only science fiction I got, Ursula K. Le Guin, The Left Hand of Darkness. I think this is supposed to be one of her most popular science fiction novels. It's on a different planet. It's about an ethnologist who studies the species on this planet in their forbidding icebound world. Yeah, this looks really good and I look forward to reading it. Next we have some nonfiction. Actually, this is short stories. 10th of December by George Saunders. I had some of his short stories assigned in a couple of classes, creative writing classes, and really liked them and always wanted to read some stuff by him. I also am looking for, I don't know if I'm gonna find it thrifted, but looking for, it's called like A Swim in the Pond in the Rain. He's writing, I believe, about like Russian literature, so I would like to find that one as well, but I was excited to find this one full of some hopefully really lovely short stories. I just love the way he writes, the way his sentences are structured. And then we do have a book of essays, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna West. I love this book. I've been wanting to buy it for a while, so I was excited to find this one as well. It is something I've listened to like 2 or 3 times on audiobook, and it's really nice if you just want a little something, like just read like one essay and they're really short in the morning or at night. And this person actually highlighted some stuff, which is what I wanted to do, so I guess they got a head start for me. So next up we have some classics, starting with a John Steinbeck of Mice and Men. This is a nice slim little volume, very cute. I don't know anything about this, never read it. I don't know if I've ever read any John Steinbeck, so I was excited to find this. I also found another one that I'll be showing you later, but it wasn't on the trip, so it'll be in the second part of the video. The Odyssey by Homer, translated by Robert Fagles. This is such a beautiful copy, so beautiful. And it has the deckled pages and illustrations, I believe, like the map. Very nice. And then this is one that I've been looking for a while. Ooh, this stack is getting precarious. John Gardner's Grendel. This is about the terrifying monster from Beowulf, which I read in an English class at one point, and I really look forward to this. I love like reading about, I think it's becoming more popular, reading about like the villains of the story and their backstory, and I've seen this on some other booktubers channel and it's been on my list for a while, so I was very happy to find this on my little book hunt. And next up is one of the 2 memoirs that I found. This one is Garlic and Sapphires, The Secret Life of a Critic in Disguise. She's a food critic. This is by Ruth Reichel. I have her, oh, it's right here, her novel that I read this past year, one of her novels, the Paris novel, and absolutely fell in love with her and her writing style, and really was on a mission to find more of her stuff and read more of her stuff. So this I will be reading soon. And then we have kind of a combo. Found these 2. The first one, Emily Dickinson Selected Poems. I have loved Emily Dickinson since I was little, and I thought this was just a really cute little pocket-sized volume. And I'm trying to read, my foot's asleep, trying to read some more poetry this year. This is the year of the poetry. And then this, Visiting Emily, Poems Inspired by the Life and Work of Emily Dickinson. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to discover more poets, because I really don't know that many, and maybe find a new favorite. And also explore more about Emily, because I guess it like draws from her biography and stuff and her life. And then 2 more poetry books, both by Rupi Kaur. I know these have been super popular, and I already started reading this one and I've really enjoyed it. Of course, it's like a different style. I'm not a poet and I don't really know like what it's called, but it's like the more modern, I guess. I don't know, we'll have to learn more about poetry together. I know I should crumble for better reasons, but you have seen that boy, he brings the sun to its knees every night. And lovely little illustration. So these two in pretty much new, yeah, like perfect condition. And then we have, I think that is actually it. Yeah, wow. That is it for the ones from that I was able to bring back from the trip. And now I'll move on to the next part where I'll show you everything that I had to leave behind. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is a few days later. I actually got a little bit sick and was unable to film or do much of anything for the last couple of days, but we are on the mend. This is just some chamomile tea, and I'm ready to tell you about the rest of the books. I have them here, so I'm going to look at my iPad because I'm going to put them up here for you. Okay, first up is Cleopatra by Stacy Schiff. Cleopatra, I guess, is from the Hellenistic period. I only know that because I Googled it, and she was very notorious for a lot of unsavory sort of things, and I look forward to learning more about her. Next up is another Ellen Hilderbrand, The Identicals. Yeah, like I said, I found 4 total Ellen Hilderbrand. Excited to, I've already started actually one of those. And then we have an Agatha Christie. This is actually my very first Agatha Christie that I've ever purchased or read. So I'm excited to get into this one. This one is called Black Coffee. And I think this was maybe one of her last novels, or maybe the last one with this character. I've heard some really good things about, I know she's like one of the most popular, I guess, mystery writers, and I've just never, for some reason, never read any of them. I think the one that's really popular is it the Orient Express train one? I'm not sure, but look forward to reading that one. And then next, this is just, I actually have a copy of Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, but I have the hardcover, and I'll show you here. The inside has some really lovely artwork, and I'm just very excited to find this paperback edition because I absolutely love the series and want to reread it. Next up is The Whalebone Theater. This is one where I think it's a girl and someone else, maybe like her aunt, who they build a theater literally out of a beached whale carcass. And I just thought that sounded really interesting. And when I was flipping through it, there was like, they have like lists of different things. I love anything with like lists in it. And this is one that when I worked in the bookstore, I would always look at it and pick it up when I was stocking and stuff and flip through it, and kind of always wanted to buy it. I have a weird sort of obsession, or not fascination, a weird fascination with whales. And then this one I have already read, Elena Ferrante's My Brilliant Friend. This is the first in the Neapolitan series, and I do want to get the last 2, but I just happened to find this one, and I will continue to hunt for the other 2. Really enjoyed the first one in that series. And then I have Educated by Tara Westover. I read this several years ago. This is absolutely one of my favorite memoirs to date. She just basically talks about her difficulties with her childhood, kind of having an unconventional childhood, and growing up with a dysfunctional family, and how she overcame that and ended up, I think she went to like Cambridge, but yeah, really, really good memoir if you haven't read it. And then Wicked, I love the movies. I absolutely fell in love with the movies. I actually didn't watch it, the first one, until it was like I was able to watch it at home. So I didn't like get into it when everybody else got into it, but I figured I would give the book a try. And that is it. I think, yes, that's it. That is all for everything I bought on the trip. Now I'm gonna show you just some random ones I haven't gotten on my shelf yet that I've gotten in, pretty sure at least since the beginning of this year. So in the last couple of months, and I've still not found a place for them on the shelves yet, but hopefully will soon. And the first is this lovely one, East of Eden. I mentioned before that I just found Of Mice and Men, and found this one recently. It has the deckled edges. Did I show you this one? No, we didn't. So yeah, I know this one is like kind of trending right now, so I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and it looks really good, and like it's gonna be quite the story, quite the adventure. I'm going in pretty blind, not knowing really too much about what it's about. And then I do already own a copy of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, but this is the Norton Critical Edition, so the annotated version. And I absolutely love this story and just wanted the annotated version. I'm excited to reread this maybe this fall or before then. And then annotated versions, we'll do 2 more that I bought actually today. I could not leave these beauties in the store. We have Jane Austen's Emma and Persuasion. So this has explanations of historical context, citations from Austen's life, letters, and other writings, definitions and clarifications, literary comments and analysis, plentiful maps and illustrations, an introduction, bibliography, and detailed chronology of events. So these are both edited and annotated by David M. Shepard, and it's the publisher is Anchor Books. But these are just so beautiful and in nearly perfect condition, and found these in a used bookstore. You can see some of the illustrations. Really lovely. And this one says it has nearly 200 informative illustrations. So does this one have illustrations? Yeah, both do. So really, really lovely, lovely, lovely books. Like I said, I couldn't leave them behind. So I got them both. And then this one's also from today, Rilke. So this is the duo translation. So you have it over here and then here it's German, right? I believe. So I did say I was going to read more poetry this year, so I was in the poetry section and saw this one, and this has been on my TBR, so I was very pleased to find it. Next up we have Jean-Paul Sartre, L'Imaginaire. This is actually in French, so I thought this would be a nice little challenge whenever I feel like getting into my French again. I've read a couple of books in French. By read, I mean like, I don't know the right word, very much stumbling painfully slowly through these books. But I think I read The Stranger and a couple others. Henry James, The Turn of the Screw, and The Aspen Papers. This one, actually I found in a free little library. So pretty good find, and this is a ghost story, so I thought it would be very fun. Ooh, yeah, it looks really scary. Even the cover looks scary. And then this next one was actually a gift, a Valentine's gift from my husband. Thank you. And from a used bookstore as well. This one has some really cool chapter headings / illustrations. But this is one of the movies, so sweet, I know, that like we watched when we first met each other, and just like obsessed. I've never read the book, so, and I first saw the movie like 12 years ago. And then, surprise, surprise, we're not surprised at all. Ellen Hilderbrand's The Blue Bistro. This is the book that started it all. This is the one that got me into Ellen Hilderbrand, so that I literally could not stop. And I've been searching for it ever since. So just since, like last year. But it is, she works in a restaurant in the summer in Nantucket. She's left flat broke by her ex-boyfriend. She's desperate to earn some fast money When the desirable Thatcher Smith, owner of Nantucket's hottest restaurant, is the only one to offer her a job, she wonders if she can get by with no restaurant experience. Thatcher gives Adrienne a crash course in the business, and they share an instant attraction. Love that one. Will reread. Lastly, I have Mission to Paris by Alan First. This was from a free little library, but I thought I would just give it a chance. I don't know anything about it. It's set in the summer of 1938 in France, of course. It looks like we have spies, the war, American embassy, Hollywood, bribery, intimidation, and corrupt newspapers. So this looks like it could be fun. It might go back into the free little library. We will see. But it is Paris, so I'll always give anything Paris or France related a little chance. And that is all that I have for you for this haul. I'm sure there will be many more to come. Let me know if you have read any of these and what your thoughts are on them. And if you have any recommendations on what I should read first. That is all, and I will catch you in the next video.